I've just had a quick look at these two engines. I don't know why I thought they were Victas, but they're actually Mitsubishi engines, so they're pretty good. And behind where the starter is, it's actually got like a points and condenser in there, and there was water in both of them, so that would have been shorting it out. So now I'm just sitting them in the sun to dry, but I might just use the air compressor, that might be faster. So that's why they're not got a spark. So I'm going to just put a bit of fuel down the intake of that one. That's probably my favourite one with a snipper out of all of these. And I don't have the fuel line yet, but I will get it. I'm getting 50 feet for $55. Okay, so I'll just put some start your bastard down this. And that'll work. I can see someone's already tried to take it off because the screws in there, the heads of them are a bit worn. So hopefully they put everything back, and hopefully this will be able to go. I've made some signs saying fast, cheap lawnmower repairs and sales, but I can't really have sales on there if I don't have anything to sell. So I'm going to fix up this 4-stroke. It's got a bit of rust down here. No, it's more than what you want, but anyway, it's all flaking off. I might take the motor off and, I don't know, see what it's like underneath, give it a wire brush and maybe even just give it a paint, and I'll fix this 2-stroke under here. So basically clean carbs, and that should make it run really. I've actually sourced some gaskets for these two engines if they need them, and even if this needs a set of gaskets, I'd be willing to buy a set for it, because that's a good engine. Kawasaki, I think that one is. Yeah, it is. And they're two Mitsubishis, so if they need gasket sets, I'll actually look into buying some, because it'll be worth it. I've just fixed this one up, cleaned the carburetor, but it doesn't have a muffler on it. So I'm in the market for a muffler. Hopefully one of you guys out there can help me out, because these 4-strokes touch a bit. So we can't see that. Might check this. Okay, I've just had it going there, and I had to. I think there could have been a bit of water in the cylinder or something. I forgot to attach the throttle, so I had it on full, but it obviously wasn't going because I didn't have the throttle attached. So that was a bit dumb of me, but I'll get it started. It doesn't seem to be running terribly smoothly. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it needs the exhaust pipe. Oh, I should put on the air filter. I found another problem, and that was that the cutting place on the bottom wasn't held on real well, and it could spin around without the engine spinning. So I fixed that. I just tightened it up a bit more. So that feels much better when I pull it. For some reason we're not going. I've just had it going, and I think it didn't run because of this air filter. It's very clogged. I did clean it as much as I could, but obviously they just get to a point sometimes and you can't really do much about it. I've taken the engine and wheels off, and I've gone over the deck with the wire brush attachment, and underneath is still pretty messy, so I'm going to leave that, and I'm going to call up someone with a pressure washer and see if I can borrow it, just to see how well it works. And I think it will work really well. I've heard that they're brilliant. So I'll get that and just test it on the base, and if it works really well, I'll probably buy one. I will end up painting this. I'll just get some grey hammer tone paint. I won't take off that side piece, doesn't matter if it gets a little bit on there. Or the back piece, that would just take too much effort. Wheels and handlebars is pretty easy to take off, really. And then hopefully one of you guys can get me a muffler, or if not, I'll put one of those Power Torque engines on, because they'll fit, and the Power Torque engines are good engines, so that's the plan. Just cleaned the carburetor. I had another problem with this one. I think I fixed it now. It started up and ran perfectly for about 30 seconds, and then it just died, and when I pulled it again it was getting this sort of weird popping noise. It sounded like it was firing, but it just had no power at all. And it turns out all the head bolts were pretty loose. Not terribly loose, but not tight enough for a head bolt. I probably did each one up another maybe quarter to third of a turn, and now it's running good. It sounded like it was firing, and you could feel, and sometimes it would go around, you know, further than what you'd pulled it, but then it would just stop spinning. So I thought it might have been a weak spark, so I ended up taking up the kill wire, but now I've got to put that back in. But now it runs fairly well. Well, hopefully.